We start with 1 hour chart. Just I want to give a quick update. First of all, if you refer to our analysis in my last video, we mentioned if you want to look for trade, we mentioned about the different possibility, and one of the option was to have entry at 1.95. And we mentioned we want the price sharply break and continue. And if the again we add that if the price tag we see is not moving within the first or maximum second hours, we take out the trade. That means as we can see here, if anyone get the trade after the first hour, the tag we see there is no continuation. The second hours there were they should start to manage. Okay, that's mean right now no one should be in this trade, and even if anyone get the trade, they should try to take out the trade and break even. Okay, and no one see what's the next. Beside that, mostly we can look at this one as a flat for one more drop before we get the next move. That's why I mentioned whoever get the trade by having entry above this, if they haven't taken the trade within the first or second hours, because we had the opportunity even 3 hours to take out the trade in break even. Right now they shouldn't. I mean, if they keep the trade, they should try to take out the trade in the break even or small loss. All right, almost the price is close to 1 point. I mean, the entry. All right. And as again, and as I mentioned, we can expect the price give us one more drop before we get the next move. And if anyone get the trade and they think this is the start of the up move and this is the one is going to continue, the best thing is to take out the trade in a small loss or a break even and put the entry above here. If this is the start of the up move, they get the trade. But if the prices start to drop, at least they are not in the trade or just I mean they could take out the trade in the break even or just they minimize their loss. All right, that's why what I suggest here, take out the trade in break even. For those traders they haven't take out the trade, and if they feel this is the start of the up move, they put the entry above here. But again, we need to highlight that having entry above the stop, how about if the price tag and drop again? That's why they should know how to manage it, and it can be really risky. That's why the best thing is we wait for the trade setup, because if as we can the price broke the previous top, if we put our, I mean compare this one in relative to the previous one, if we refer to the indicators, we see we have a divergence. Anyway, we want to see how we can look for trade. First of all, we move to daily chart. The only thing is we want to see whether we can get the correction for continuation or not. We don't have any confirmation. That's why we need to be quite careful. All right. And if we move to forward chart, if I remove everything, what I see here, we get the sharp move and correction. The price couldn't break and continue. Mostly we can expect this one turn to a more complex correction before we get the next move. All right. That's why if this one give us one more drop, at least we can look for flat for next move. All right. Now we want to see how we can look for trade based on 1 hour chart. As I mentioned, the best things is even if the price move give a one move up, we can look for this one as an internal flat for drop. That's why I mentioned whoever get the trade, they should start to manage. Even if we wants to put our entry above here, in case this one is the start of the up move, we should know we can look for this one as a 1, 2, 3 for one move up. Then the price start to correct. We get the running flat before we get the next move. All right, that's why if the price drop from here, it can give us better opportunity, and even if the price continue from here, give us one move up, we should know that we can expect to get the running flat, and this one turn to internal flat before we get the next move. That's why having entry above this, in case this is the start of the up move again, we want the price break and continue with the price tag within 1 hour, maximum 2 hours, we take out the trade. Okay, no, we don't have any trade setup. The only thing is if anyone wants to look for trade from here, since we have a divergence, we can expect the price to drop either from here or even we get one move up, we get the bigger correction. We're looking for this one as a correction for next move. Mostly we can expect to get the running flat. Anyway, as I mentioned, we don't have any trade setup. If he wants to look for trade, the best thing is we get the deeper correction, at least one more drop before we get the next move. And if anyone wants to look for trade from here, the only way to put the entry above here. And the target 2.1 following by 2.26 is still there because based on this percentage. And this is not the targets. This is where when the price tag we should start to manage. We see if there is a continuation, we keep. If not, we start to manage it. At least move our stop loss to break even. We need to see the breakout of this zone. In this case, we just follow the chart. If I see any update, I will share. Thanks.